Hi readers, it's Miss Shriver. I'm coming to you outside today because it is such a beautiful day. I think that you should go outside for at least 10 minutes and just enjoy this beautiful weather while we're out of school. So yesterday we read chapter 3 and 4 of Junie B. Jones is Almost a Flower Girl. And today we are going to continue reading that story. All right, chapter 5, Beau. I skipped home from my bus stop very thrilled, because I had good news, of course. My Grandpa Miller was babysitting baby Ollie. They were playing on the floor together. I run and I jumped on the couch. Grandpa Miller, hey Grandpa Miller, listen to my good news. I'm going to be the flower girl at Aunt Flo's wedding. And so what do you think about that, sir? Grandpa Miller stopped playing with Ollie. He did a funny look at me. What? He said. Are you sure about that? Sure, I'm sure. Of course I'm sure, I said. Because me and my friends decided it at school today. And now all I need to do is tell Aunt Flo. I zoomed to the kitchen and got my mother's address book. Then I zoomed right back to my grandpa. Here, Grandpa Miller, tell me Aunt Flo's number. I need to call her right now, this very minute. Grandpa Miller scratched his head. I don't know, honey, he said. This doesn't sound like a good idea to me. What if Aunt Flo has already made arrangements for a flower girl? I laughed out loud at that silly man. Ha! Yeah, only how could she already make the arrangements for a flower girl when she doesn't even know it's gonna be me yet? Grandpa Miller covered his face with his hands. He did a groan back there, I think. I pulled on his sleeve. Come on, Grandpa Miller. Look up the number, please, 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 I begged. Finally, Grandpa shaked his head no. You really need to wait and discuss this with your mother, he said. I did a huffy breath at that guy. 'Cause Mother would not be home for another hour, probably. And who could wait that long? That's how come I quick hided the address book underneath my arm and I tippy-toed down the hall to Mother's room. Then I closed the door very secret and I climbed up on her bed. After that, I opened up the address book to the page with the M's because Aunt Flo's last name is Miller, just like my grandpa's. And what do you know? I spied it right away. F-L-O, I spelled real thrilled. F-L-O spells Flo. And here's another good thing. Aunt Flo's number was right next to her name. Hey, this project was easy as cake, I said. After that, I dialed the number speedy quick. It ringed and it ringed. Hello, a voice said. I did a gasp. Hey, what do you know? I did it, Aunt Flo. I called you right on the phone. Aunt Flo's voice sounded curious. Junie B, she said. Is that you? Yes, it's me, Aunt Flo. It's Junie B. Jones, and I've got the bestest surprise you have ever heard. Then all of a sudden, the surprise popped right out of my mouth. I'm going to be the flower girl at your wedding, Aunt Flo, and so this is your lucky day, madam. I run all over the bed. Wait till you see me, Aunt Flo. I will be the bestest flower girl you ever saw. 'Cause Lucille already showed me how to throw flower petals, and Grace showed me how not to trip. I kept on talking, very excited. Mother thinks I'm a baby, Aunt Flo, but I am not. I'm a grown-up lady. Wait till you see me. Just wait till you see me. Aunt Flo didn't say any words. I tapped on the receiver with my fingers. Aunt Flo? Aunt Flo? Where'd you go? Finally, she started talking again. Yes, well, I'm here, Junie B, she said. It's just that your nose sort of caught me off guard. I bounced on the bed some more. Hooray, I said. Hooray for off guard, right, Aunt Flo? Because off guard is like a big surprise, right? And so what kind of dress would you like me to wear? I think it should be long, all the way to the floor. And I grinned real big. And guess what else? Maybe I will also wear a blue fake bunny fur cape. Aunt Flo didn't talk again. I looked into the phone with my eyeball. We must have got a bad connector here, I said. Junie B, honey, said Aunt Flo. I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. Just then, I felt sickish in my stomach because bad news is not that good usually. My voice got quieter. What kind, Aunt Flo? I asked, very nervous. What kind of bad news? Oh dear, I don't really know how to tell you this, Junie B, but, well, Joe and I have already chosen a flower girl for the wedding, honey, and, I'm afraid it's not you. I did a gulp. Who are you afraid it is? I asked, even quieter. It's Bo, said Aunt Flo. Bo? I asked. Bo is Joe's little sister, said Aunt Flo. Who's Joe? Joe is the man that I'm marrying, said Aunt Flo. Joe asked Bo. Oh, I whispered. Just then, my eyes got tears in them. I gotta go, I said. After that, my nose started to run very much, and I hung up the phone. So now we've learned that Junie B. Jones won't be the flower girl at all. In fact, her Aunt Flo had already picked one, and it wasn't Junie B. So let's see what happens in Chapter 6. The alternate. The rest of the day was not that enjoyable. I got in big trouble because Aunt Flo tattled to my Grandpa Miller, and Grandpa Miller tattled to Daddy, and Daddy tattled to Mother. And Mother made a big issue of it at dinner. The big issue is the grown-up word for Mother keeps yelling and yelling, and she won't let the matter drop. It was wrong, Junie B. Jones, she said. It was wrong to disobey your grandfather, and it was wrong to invite yourself to be in Aunt Flo's wedding. I sat up a little bit straighter. Flo, I said kind of soft. F-L-O spells flow. Mother sucked in her cheeks. Yes, well, we're all thrilled that you're learning how to spell, but this isn't about spelling, Junie B. This is about disobeying your grandfather. I hanged my head way down. But I wanted to be a flower girl really bad, I said. I wanted to wear a long dress and show you that I'm a grown-up lady. Mother did a frown. I'm sorry, but that's no excuse, she said. After that, I slumped way far over the table. Only too bad for me, because my head got too close to my plate and my hair got gravy all over it. I stared and I stared at my gravy hair. Today is not actually going that well, I said to just myself. Just then, the phone rang. Mother answered it. Oh no, it was Aunt Flo, and she wanted to talk to me. Mother handed me the phone. I shook my head real fast. No, thank you. I don't actually care to speak at her at this time, I said. But Mother kept on shoving the phone at me, so I didn't have a choice. My insides felt shaky and nervous. Hello? Why, hello yourself, said Aunt Flo. Her voice sounded real jolly. I'm sorry about what happened today, Junie B, she said, but I've got some good news for you. How would you like to be the alternate flower girl? Do you know what alternate is? I shook my head no. An alternate is like a substitute, sort of, she said. Like if Bo gets sick and, sorry, there's a fly all over me. Like if Bo gets sick and she can't be in the wedding, you will step in and be the flower girl. Do you understand, honey? Just then, I felt a little bit happier inside. I do, Aunt Flo, I do understand, I said. But wait, said Aunt Flo. I haven't even told you the best part yet, because even if Bo doesn't get sick, we still want you to sit with the bridesmaids at the reception. How does that sound? My eyes got biggish and whitish. Perfect! It sounds perfect, I said real squealy. I jumped out from my chair. Hey, Aunt Flo, this means I can still wear a long dress, right? And who knows, maybe Bo will even get me a couple flower petals to have of my own. I kept on getting happier and happier. Thank you, Aunt Flo. Thank you for making me the alternate flower girl. Because this day turned out happier than I thought. After that, I quickly hanged up the phone. And I zoomed all the way around the house like a rocket. Also, I did a cartwheel, and I stood on my head. Because now Mother will get to see me like a grown-up lady. And friends, that is the end of chapter 6. So at first, Junie B called her aunt to tell her that she was going to be the flower girl. And Aunt Flo was like, I already picked a flower girl. Sorry, Junie B, you can't be one. Then later that day, after everybody made a fuss about it, Aunt Flo called Junie B and told her that she could be the alternate flower girl. And the word alternate is just like a really big kid word for substitute. That means if Bo is not able to be the flower girl, then Junie B would step in and be the alternate flower girl, meaning she would take Bo's place if Bo wasn't there. Friends, thank you so much for joining me. Please leave a comment below. I miss you. I love you. And tune back in tomorrow so we can continue reading our story.